It is highly recommended that you create particle-object collision channel to avoid issues like this when particles collide with either the character or weapons. It's really easy to do and it takes just a few seconds. Open the project settings and search for Channel. Click on New Object Channel. I'll name it Particles. The default response should be block because you want everything in the world to block particles by default, so that you can then selectively change the response to ignore for stuff like the character and weapons. Once that's done, find the Niagara parameter collection that comes with the pack. Open it and change the collision channel to the one you created earlier. This will update all the particle systems. Now you can modify the collision settings of your character or collision shape to ignore particles, like so. The blood color parameter will only affect the flat-looking particle systems. The blood value will modify the brightness of the textured particles, so if they look too dark or too bright you can quickly adjust that. The particle lifetime range affects emitters like blood splatter and body parts. The X component is the minimum lifetime and the Y component is the maximum lifetime. If you want all particles to fade out at the same time, then set both X and Y to the same value. The next parameter is the screen door transparency fade-out duration. It controls how long it takes for particles to fade out just before they die. This parameter mostly affects particles which tend to stick around. Keep in mind that the fade-out duration should be shorter than the particle's lifetime, or the effect won't have enough time to finish and will end abruptly. The particle shrink duration is basically the same as SDT fade-out, but it affects the size of the particles. It's mostly used for small drops of blood. And the last one is gravity, which is self-explanatory. The chainsaw effect has a couple of parameters designed to fit your chainsaw mesh, like the bar length and width. The particle system should be attached here and the local X direction should point away from the chainsaw, like in the demo level. You can check out the included blueprints to see how, when, and where I attach these systems. The gunshot blood system has a parameter called penetration probability. If you spawn around 20 burst particles and the penetration probability is set to 0.5, around half of the particles will shoot in the positive X direction of the system and the other half will shoot in the negative X direction. There are other parameters you can adjust like the velocity and cone angle for different looks. There are 3 different variations of the textured gunshot particle system, designed for different bullet sizes.